Alrighty, welcome back. We're going to jump into the path part control. The first thing, this is bugging me, I simply called the delete button B. It should be D. Okay, that's done. Let's jump over to the path part control. Oh, wait a minute. First we got to go to segment control. Segment control. Segment control. Let's go ahead and close a little bit of this over here. I want to leave one of my commands open. Get rid of that. So I guess first thing we should do is go to the Solution Explorer and add some stuff over here to get ready. Path part to the model. And like the segment in the layer, make it public and based on the base item. Now, let's go ahead and add a few properties here to get them out of the way. Private int m start index, public int start index, get return, yay. Name of start index. There we go. That's good enough for right now. Jump back up to our segment. Its children will actually have the children property off of the base item will actually have the parts. That's where we add them to. So let's wait while I go to complete silence here. Try to get to where I should already be. Okay, so let's add some properties here. Property public bool closed. Public bool closed. Yay, you did that part right. Let's see, if you've done it that good every time, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Alright, and we do need a selected path here. If it doesn't kick you out of the property when you're typing, it just removes the last bracket. Okay, so we need a way to set, or we need a place for our vertices first. We are using vertices because when we get to them, to actually drawing our paths, we will need to calculate a normal to add new parts to this. Yay, did good. Now we need to declare a watch it when you type in color, because it wants to do system.drawing every time, and that will just mess your world all up. It's hilarious. Microsoft is trying to push us to a new environment, but it keeps pulling in the oldest environment. System.drawing is from GDI Plus, so that makes no sense. Stroke color. Why would you just call it color? I'm glad IntelliSense doesn't actually have a personality, because I would probably be hurting it. It is annoying. Alright, so first we're going to do this without a converter, and we're going to declare our property in here so we can show one example. Then later on, we're going to come back and add a converter to convert the color into a brush, because everything needs a background brush. So it can't actually use color as is. So, trying to give the most examples I can. Now up here on stroke color, we need to change this to tell it to use. Also tell the front end, hey, go get the stroke brush also. Just copy both of those, paste them down here, come up here, select all, Control H, make sure that it says selection, because sometimes it doesn't in Visual Studio 2022. Replace stroke lowercase with fill lowercase. And this replace stroke uppercase, not stroke, I don't know why I keep on typing that, with fill uppercase. And there we go, we got our colors. So we're coming back, we'll do our converter example on the brush. But right now we're going to do a notifier example on the brush. Alright, and we need a thickness. I don't know why I said it so loudly. We need a thickness. For our lines. Would it? Everything else is for when we get to the graphic stuff. That everything else I have over here, so we're just going to stop right there for right now. We'll come back and add the other methods later. Okay, so all of that information is on our actual segment. Let's go finish out the path part. We have a few properties on it. Let's see here. A few more property. One more property. Let's go ahead and put this in here. Bezier, not Bezier. I don't think I'm pronouncing it correctly. I just don't want to pronounce it Bezier. Curve is a curve. An adjustable curve. Okay. Alrighty, let's jump back to our segment control. See if I cannot get this done in 15 minutes. I don't know who came up with that idea. That's not plausible. Alright, so we're going to add some rows. We'll have one column in this control, but we will add some row definitions. Row definition, the first one is going to have a height of 1 star. We'll have a height of 2 stars and a height of 6 stars. So it's divvied up into 9 parts. We can jump over to our layer control and just steal the text box. Bring it back to our segment control. And yes, we need to bring the view model stuff into here. Probably need to bring the binding in also, yeah. So there we go. Okay. That's done. Back to our segment control. It's probably still complaining for a few minutes. Okay. Let's see, we'll do the colors next. So let's just go ahead and get our list view in here. So I'm going to create a pivot control. Pivot control is a great replacement from the tab control. Now I believe they're bringing the tab control back, but I really like the pivot control. The only problem with the pivot control is it does not have a vertical version. So the pivot control, if it is shrunk down to where it's too small, will have a scroll or button on the left and the right to scroll through the tabs. So that's why I like it. It's really nice, in my opinion. All right, so properties, we'll put our colors in here later, but let's do checkbox, X name, CB closed. And we'll do a checked and an unchecked, but our unchecked will still use the same value as our checked, because we just need to do one thing in there. And that is to refresh our image up front, which we're not ready to do yet. Anyway, select red. Selected item closed mode is equal to two-way. Close it up. And then we'll go ahead and put our thickness in here. Text box, X name, TB, thickness. I'll tell you what we won't. We will not clear our controls so you can see what that happens. We will not clear our bindings in our first test, so we can get it to give us an error. I don't think it'll crash us. It's only crashed me once. What's going on here? Oh. And of course, I need a stack panel. I knew that. Only one item can go in this. Okay, so we need to jump back to our main page itself. Where are you? There you are. Jump down here to this. Else if view model dot selected item is a segment. Segment control SC is equal to new segment control SP control children, add the SC. Okay, so we're not clearing our layer control yet. Why'd you go there? So we're doing nothing in our layer control, and we're doing nothing in our segment control as of yet. So we'll leave those like they are, and we'll come back and do it later. But since we have bindings in them, we should get a couple of errors down here. Xbind will actually not throw these errors, but I don't know why. You think Xbind, since it is compile time, would actually crash everything. So new layer, new layer, new layer, no error. Add a segment control, add a segment control, and boom, look at it. So selected segment, what it's looking for over here, is no longer available. So the list view is gone. So when I jump up here, it gives me another error on closed and thickness, which were segment properties, because the control that we've uploaded. And you may try for a few hours to find another way to fix that, but you're not. Just go ahead and use the interface. I mean, you can if you want to. Go ahead. Okay, so what are our bindings? We don't have to worry about the commands for some reason. They're on the base view items, so we don't have to worry about them. These are the ones we have to worry about. So we want our LSV segment dot clear value list view dot selected Index property, yes. LSV segments.clearview.listView selected. Item property, yes. LSV segments.clearview.listView or item source. Items source property. Okay, and now let's jump over to our path part control. What do we have to clear over here? No, excuse me, our segment control. We have to clear the CB close and the TB thickness. So the checked in the text. So you clear the checkbox is checked property, and you clear the text box text property. Alright, one more run and then we'll end this video and come back and get everything else in line. I guess doing these 15-minute videos is nicer to record. Let's clear this so we can see our errors quicker if we have any. And boom, no error. Boom, no error. So, and just like everything else, we're good to go. If you got something out of this, like and subscribe. God bless, and I will see you in the next video. And if you don't subscribe, well, then, and you're liking this, there will be no more. It will just end.